Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people, featuring, as always, the Gentlemen's Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey. My heterosexual life mate, David.
Yellow.
The ever-loving AJ.
Red.
Ram.
Green.
Oh, Dave said yellow.
Oh, okay. All right. That's...
I went with it. You said yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That is a color, is it not?
All right.
Yeah.
Has been ousted from the colors like Pluto was?
Immediately I go to a movie reference. That's where
It's
my
funny you
brain
bring up
lies.
the Pluto because I was talking with my son 2 days ago, and he lost about 2 marks on one of his tests,
Yeah.
whatever, because he couldn't remember what the 9th planet was, so he put down Pluto. And not only did he not get full score, but his teacher minused him 1 because apparently it was a very clear discussion.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I laughed at
I
him.
mean-
It was only he got 2 points off of the silly thing. It was like,
So,
yeah.
if let's say they decide to put Pluto back on the planets list.
He gets to call his teacher back and get that
All
1
right.
point from his
Okay.
test in grade
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fair. Okay. The kid's going to figure it out. That's not what we're talking about today. That has nothing to do with our conversation at all. We're going to have ourselves a nice little lively discussion about brothers and sisters and such.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siblings.
I was going to say the sibling. The sibling.
Yeah,
Sibling.
sure.
Sibling. Sibling.
Bros and sisters.
I'm sure in a few years' time, bros and sisters will mean something completely different.
Well,
But,
Even
Well,
nowadays, I don't know if I would call my...
yes,
Good call.
cis does mean cisgender.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things. I wouldn't go up to my brother, but like, "Hey, bro, how's he doing?"
No.
No.
You got to be careful now.
No.
Landmines for sure.
Yeah, many.
So yeah, let's talk about brothers and sisters, Dave.
Sure, yeah.
Lead
It was
the
just
way,
one of those, yeah.
Dave.
I guess we'll start with the real simple thing, which is, how many brothers and sisters does each of us have? Like, I know, so in my case,
Come to me last.
okay. Because in my case, for instance, I have 7,
Right.
but in truth, 1 true sister
Yeah.
and 6 halvesies.
Well, okay, wait a minute. I think they're all full, but
Well,
I hear you. Okay, let me explain a little bit better. You have one sister with both the same mom and
Yeah,
dad.
1 full sister.
And you have 3 siblings on
My
your
dad's
mom's
side.
side and
Yeah.
3 siblings on your dad's side.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, they had a competition.
6 halfies.
What?
They did. They're like, well, fuck that guy. Fuck that girl. I got way more kids than him. Got way more kids than her.
Yeah, there's 6 halfies.
6 halfies. Oh my god. I hope they're listening to this. Like, hey, I'm a halfie.
They've heard this from me before, for sure.
Hilarious.
But yeah, that's where I got out of this. And the other
That is a
funny
big
thing, at
family.
least in my case, was Ange and I are relatively close in the sense that, we're 2.5 years apart.
Right.
But then after that, it's like 10 years.
Right.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
the next, and then they kind of get into that next phase of children, as I jokingly. And again, one of those things I've always annoyed both my parents with is that, they were on a competition. My dad would have a kid, my mom would have a kid, my dad would have a kid, my mom would have a kid. Yeah, they were on a competition.
It was-
Finally, I think they had like just and I'm going to call it, I don't know what I'm supposed to say nowadays, but the gentleman's agreement of we're just going to stop competing with one another now.
Shook hands on the battlefield.
Yeah. And we're 3 apiece.
Truce.
Well, exactly. We'll call it even.
That's hilarious. It's kind of funny because divorce just wasn't enough for them.
No,
God,
no.
No, fuck that. Like they had to. You take half of everything? No.
Yeah.
I got way more kids.
Oh, yeah. No. They were in competition for everything. But we're not here to
Amazing.
talk about divorced
No,
parents
for sure.
today.
Talk about your siblings.
But yeah,
So-
that's what it kind of starts out for me.
That's crazy. That's 8 children in your immediate family.
For total, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
That's
Yeah,
bonkers.
including me, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I am the eldest.
You are the oldest.
Eldest.
Oldest.
Eldest.
The
Gray-
eldest.
That gray hair is
Yes.
coming through, Sarah. Just
Why my joke with all the siblings is always the reason why they exist is because the parents kept retrying to get as good as me.
is
Never
that what
quite
it
got
was?
there.
I
They never
see.
quite got there, but they kept trying.
It wasn't because they fucked
you're the
up so
first?
horribly.
I am the first.
You're the first.
I am number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Number
David
one.
Prime.
Yes, I
You are
am the
David
Prime.
Prime.
David
That's right.
Prime.
Sure,
Nice.
gold prime.
That's right. When the multiverse does break open and we realize we're planets, you got to take that name for sure, David Sugargold Prime. So that way,
Yeah, I'll
they
just
don't
take it
fuck
to
with
begin with right
Of
now.
course,
I am Prime.
Done, Dick.
We're going to call him DP, right?
Yeah, of course we are. That's right. DP. That's right. David Prime. In fact,
right, David Prime.
Yeah, that's exactly what
that's
we were
what I
thinking.
meant.
When,
That's
in
what I meant.
fact, when we get our tens of followers to give us money to afford merch, we'll definitely make a T-shirt with DP
For David.
Prime.
Yeah.
For sure. As a
Yeah.
sarcastic distractions here. Absolutely.
David Prime on the front, DP on the back.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
He likes DP in the back, folks.
Oh,
He
yeah.
sure does. He sure does. It's his best play.
Okay, enough about my DP. And how about
And
yourself?
siblings. Oh
Harvey?
my god. Okay. Not as big as yours, but mine's a bit of a moving target. You like that? You like that? Thank
I'm
you,
going to say,
thank you.
maybe not, but
Alliteration, baby. Alliteration. So yeah, my family's odd. I am the oldest, and I have my brother who we both have the same mom and dad, who also didn't stay together, but they both did not try to compete in having children. And then yeah, my dad about 10 years on had my sister with another woman, and then I think 14 years later he had Spencer. Who,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I say it's a movie target because there's a lot of a lot of the story that goes behind that for sure. So
Well, okay, that's what you mean by movie target. I was about to say,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more coming.
no, I think we're good there. Yeah, no. There's
There may be some extras out there, but
I think
there's no more
that's
coming.
true. That's true. There very well could be some out there, and I'm sure if my dad had his way, he would happily try to make more. I'm sure that would be
Oh, I'm sure he would
On his
happily try.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's it. So yeah, I'm the oldest. Don't think I'm the wisest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, nobody was going to go down that path.
no, it's not that, Chris. Oh, okay, all right. And then yeah, my brother and I were pretty close. My sister and I were very close up until a point. We're still somewhat close, but a little touching.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that phase because even I, life is the life.
Life is life. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I haven't seen Spencer in a little while. He was, I think, my wedding was the last time I saw him. So
Oh wow, that has been a bit. Yeah,
had it been a while.
because how he would be what 10ish now, 11.
14, I think.
Oh,
now.
okay, no, yeah, so he'd be getting up there. Okay,
Yeah.
getting up there in all those teen years.
I know.
Oh shit.
I guess you did say 14 years ago.
I did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did too. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was a good call, though, man.
Yes, sir.
Nicely done. I didn't, I was totally listening to every word you said.
I was totally.
It's all that meditating.
Spencer.
I was still hooked on that DP. I was really
I
thinking
know
about
you're
it.
ready. He's ready for the DP, folks.
He's ready.
Hey, I'm just trying to style the shirt. What's the
David-
best way to represent DP?
David Prime sliding in right now. Okay. All right, AJ, talk about your family.
Okay, so I'm adopted.
Yep.
So I didn't have any siblings until I was how old? I don't know. 12, something like that. And then I had foster siblings, and they lived with us until they didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a short sort of foster situation. It was
Right.
I think it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be 6 months, but we
Went
all
on a
got,
little
we all
longer.
got along and everything like that.
Oh, it
So when the
worked well.
time comes, saying like,
Yeah.
do you need them to find another home? Or we're like, no,
No, everything's
no, fuck-
working.
Fuck that.
Yeah, okay, well, that's
And
good to hear.
they became my brothers.
Oh, nice.
And then yeah, we kind of parted ways in a way, like as some families and brothers do.
Sure.
They ended up moving, one out to BC, one ended up moving down here before we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found my biological family. Like I contacted them, and apparently I have 8 other siblings
Oh boy.
on
Wow.
that side.
Wow.
And I've met
Never give up, folks.
2.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think some of them apparently live out east
Gotcha.
that I probably wouldn't. I don't think I'll ever
Really meet
them or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
a lot of kids.
That
So-
is. I have to admit, 8. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 9 of us in
Total.
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think I'm like smack dab in the middle.
Right
There's
on.
like 2 or 3 after me.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
shit, man.
Maybe 4.
Wow.
I think there might be 4 on either side of me.
Ooh, you'd be right in the
I
middle.
think so, yeah. So, yeah. And so I don't have any real like sibling experiences with them, but
Well, you do with the people that were with you, or like
with-
in,
yeah,
yeah,
with
the
my-
12.
I say
the foster
brothers, but
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
brothers. 'cause
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
the whole
for
foster thing,
sure.
like whatever. That's,
Yeah. About how
That's-
long were they living with you?
Technicality.
Oh, God. They came when they were 15 and 16. So I guess I was younger. I was probably about 11.
Okay.
They came when they were 15 and 16, and I can't remember who the first one to leave was.
Hmm.
Trying to remember. if it was the older one, Russ is the older one, Wes is the younger one. They might have left at the same time and got an apartment together because they were tight. Like,
well, yeah,
they'd
that's
gone
good.
through this whole thing together, and they also had an older brother.
Oh, okay.
Who'd gone through it all, but
Gotcha.
it was a little bit of a different situation. He was kind of a bad egg
Sure.
at the time, so I guess he didn't go into the whole foster
He
thing.
did his thing.
Yeah. But yeah, and then until they left, I want to say like in their 20s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
nice. Well, that is good.
And then Russ came back off and on because he ended up getting ill with what we think is MS.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
it doesn't do what MS usually does, like shut down parts of the body and stuff like that. He just has wicked bad seizures, and a lot of them.
Okay.
But it's not epilepsy. It's not any of the things that would normally cause
happen.
a seizure or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, shit.
So yeah, he's got a son, and that's a kind of an unfortunate situation too. But he takes care of his son.
Well, that's good. No,
Yeah, and he lives. I think they live in I want to say Eagle Lake or Eagle River or some place.
No idea where any of those places are.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some eagles and a river.
Sure there's a
Yeah,
river or a
probably
lake.
or a lake.
or a lake. Fair enough.
But yeah, so yeah, he's kind of doing his own thing, and the youngest guy, younger brother Wes, he's passed away.
Oh shit, that's
over the past couple of years.
Yeah, shit,
Oh, sorry about that,
due
man.
to, I believe, a drug overdose.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. Sorry.
We were always on the outs though. Like I'm obviously bummed out. Like it's
Yeah.
shitty
Well,
somebody
still.
passed away.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wes and I had a weird relationship.
You were never like super. Yeah.
We were tight, but we weren't tight. Him and I were the ones who had the arguments the most.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
later on, he wronged me in a few ways, and
Right.
I just kind of wrote him off.
Shitty deal.
Yeah, and then he passed away. It's like, oh man, that's a bummer.
It is a bummer because you never get that chance to maybe kind of have the moment of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Try to gain some pleasure.
and I don't even think it was one of those. I think it was one of those shitty deals too, because out east or out west, a lot of the stuff is cut with fentanyl nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're using intravenously or something like that,
It can be very
it
dangerous.
Can be very dangerous. And
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. It wasn't like took too much.
Well, yeah,
It
one
was
of those
just like a
scenarios.
really bad fucking luck.
Yeah.
Sort of deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks.
That does suck.
But,
Man.
Yeah. And then I know my brother, my biological brother, probably the most out of my biological family.
Okay, nice. Is he older, younger?
A year older.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're pretty close in age.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that is good to hear. Yeah, because I have to admit, from my side, again, for me, I've had the one sister pretty much constantly, but I've always found it funny, at least for me personally, because for the longest time, 3 on my dad's side, I'd see them twice a week, every 2 weeks I'd see them.
Yeah.
And that would be it. Nothing else. And then, of course, the ones I live with, I see them all the damn time. And then, of course, at some point through life, it's changed, actually. I see my brothers and sister on my dad's side more frequently and often than I do on my mom's side for some reason. Yeah.
Interesting.
And again, one thing I have been fortunate, yes, I have fought with my brothers and sisters and argued and been annoyed, blah, 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 especially Ange, who has very bad opinions about everything and is always wrong. I hope she hears this.
I will second that. That's what I say. And you are always like wrong.
Yeah,
So
she's
you
always
have to
wrong.
say. Dave told me to say that. By the way.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be backing me up. But yeah, it's one of those funny things where just, like I always seems to be, other than Trev, who I've always seen because he lives close to me.
Yeah.
But everybody else is kind of one of those, like I see him, every so often. But one thing I've always been amused, or I recently have really fully understood, is I did a wedding. We talked about this a couple weeks ago where I was at a wedding, fun times, blah, blah, blah. And it was with the youngest brother. And he and I never really fought or anything, but the age difference between the two of us is 20 years.
Right.
Right, basically. So it's one of those funny things that we've never really done anything.
Yeah.
It was fun. We got to go out, drink, and play pool.
Nice.
It was good. I
That's
have to
good.
give a +1. It was one of those nice fun time. It was
Nice
good.
to bond. And
It was good.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was a nice one. But yeah, in my case, it's always been just kind of that phasing out, that sort of concept as far as how close I've been with them. Yeah. And again, one thing I have been fortunate, I've never really fought with my brothers and sisters. Like, fought in the sense of an ongoing fight.
Oh, man.
I know, I'm looking at you right now. I know I shouldn't be like pointing out something, but how about yourself, Chris?
Well, yeah. Oh, man. Frick the
I
battles.
shouldn't really laugh
the
considering
battles
some of
my
the
brother
things.
and I have had.
Yes, holy
shit.
fuck.
Legendary. I'll tell you, I'm really glad we grew up in a time without cell phone cameras everywhere. That's for sure.
Oh fuck yeah!
God,
Even
but
with Ange and I, fuck.
oh, fuck. I'd be in jail for sure. Anyways, growing up, yeah, we fought a lot, but I think we got along more so than not. And through our teen years, we split just because I ended up going with my dad and I didn't get along.
Yeah.
Brother and I,
Life.
whatever. And
Yeah.
and then he kind of went his own way and I kind of went mine and kind of did the whole phasing in. But then some shit went down, I guess, and we didn't talk for a really long time. We didn't talk for, I don't know, well over 6 years.
Oh, wow.
7 years, maybe 8 years.
That's a long time.
It
Yeah, a
was.
long time. But that recently has changed. We both decided to seek out each other, and we've rekindled. We've hung out now, and
That's good to hear.
kind of back on that track, which is really nice.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
good.
It's always because I don't know what people's growing up lives are like. I can't speak to yours, AJ, but Dave and I have obviously spoken about this extensively throughout our lives. Like, it felt like you're growing up in a war zone sometimes, and like your siblings are the people, your fellow soldiers, right? So for me, Josh was like, the guy I had to go through all that craziness with, and so for us to be able to kind of rekindle that is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
My sister, same sort of thing. We never had a falling out or anything. We've always really gotten along, but I think just her life has taken her on a journey that I'm not prepared to go on.
I do not understand her journey.
I don't understand it either. I love her very much, and I
Wish
hope
her
that it's-
and everybody the best.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And but everybody knows my phone number, so it's not like it's, you know what I mean. When people want to get together, I'm definitely down. So I had a chance to see my sister recently, which was nice, and I'm glad we
that
got a
is
chance
good
to
to hear.
rekindle
Yeah, that's good
and
to hear.
stuff. So we will see what the future entails.
Yeah. Well, again, there's no Ange would be probably one of the big ones I'd call out on that front because when she was up in Toronto, I saw her maybe 3-4 times a year, that type of
Right,
thing.
yeah.
Now that she's a little bit closer and Elmer here, it's one of those, I actually do see a bit more often. Like, it's kind of nice.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah. Because again, for her and I growing up, and that's the joke between the two of us, and nobody else really calls it a joke, but hey, between us, it was great. We basically try to kill each other
Yeah.
from birth until about the age of 13 for me and about 12 for, well, not, I shouldn't say 12. I would have been 14. She would have been 12, 11, 12. And why? Because we realized we were both smokers. And that was that click where we realized, wait a minute, because she caught me sitting outside my bedroom on the overlook having a smoke, and I started thinking, oh, don't you dare touch. She goes, no, I'm going to have a fucking cigarette. All right. And it was one of those funny moments from that time on. Yeah, we fought, but it was now we were actually working together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
Coming
stupid
together.
stories. I might have told us, but fuck it. Where we'd go to the strip club, and she would stand outside the door of the strip club, and being maybe 13, 14, ask guys to go in and buy a pack of cigarettes.
Nice.
I'd sit just on the other side watching the whole thing to make sure nothing bad happened.
Of
And,
course.
yep,
The
that's what
schemes
we
you
did.
get into, right? The
Oh
schemes.
yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry, AJ. Don't you want to talk about your siblings? Because I got stories to talk about.
I'm listening. See, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah. There's stories, but I don't know. It's weird. They're not exact. They're not really the same.
Gotcha.
Kind of. Yeah. It's because in a way, my brothers were still strangers at one point in time.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, it's weird.
Bonds off. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
the
I got
bond's
you.
a different one.
Yeah.
right.
I hear you.
Gotcha.
I hear you.
Yeah. So go on.
Yeah, it was great. And I don't recommend this to anybody now, but Josh and I easily would panhandle our ways. We broke as shit, have no money at all. But then we panhandle. You know what I'm talking about, Dave.
Oh, we were in the
You
same
did
fucking
too. I know,
club.
exactly. I did it. Exactly. We would panhandle our ways pretty much all the way up into the mall, and we'd have enough to either go to the arcade or go do whatever. And then we just spend the afternoon doing that. And I will say, for all my brothers, you say whatever you want about it, but that man can come up together with a plan to get what he wants. Like, he will, no other.
I will give him huge credit for that.
Holy shit.
So panhandle how? Like,
you just ask people as you're walking up and
Yeah.
tell a story, and then they
Yeah,
give you
yeah,
50 cents.
It used to always be the bus. That was
The bus was
And you
the-
gotta
Oh,
remember
man.
though, and when I look back at this, there's a couple of differences because, and it's always that perspective. Because again, it was a walk up, and I always would try to judge the person. Is somebody that can give me some money? Like I could probably
Yeah.
put on my, oh, please, sir, I'm hungry. Or was it, they're just sitting there having a smoke and I can just say, hey, man, can I get a smoke, please?
Exactly.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah, bummy smokes.
Yeah. It's one of those things. And again, back in those days, it felt different.
Yeah.
And I know I shouldn't say that because it was probably all the same pile of shit.
It was, but it did feel very different.
Yeah.
Mind you, we didn't have
I can see
phones
that.
and such. Like,
there
One of
was
my-
no phones.
one of my favorite stories, speaking of battles with your siblings, one of my favorite stories, I hope Josh is listening to this because this is one of my favorite fucking things that ever happened to us. Way back when Western Fair, there was a 7-Eleven across the street.
Okay. Oh, God, yeah.
We were obviously
yeah, okay,
underage.
that one,
I think we had
yeah.
just been at the Western Fair or something like that. We were trying to get cigarettes because we were underage. So we basically had someone, we convinced someone to go buy them for us at the 7-Eleven.
Yep.
And across the street is a bus shelter with a bench into the bus shelter. So if you got the bus shelter and then right beside it is a bench perpendicular to it. Yeah, that's right. And so my brother and I, we are just sitting here talking, waiting for the cigarettes to come back because, whatever, we're discussing stuff. And out of the corner of our eyes, we see a lovely female cyclist riding her bike down. And I don't know if she's staring at us, but I catch she is staring at us. Well, she just, her bike hits the bench. She goes sliding across the bench, smacks into the bus shelter.
No.
Oh, my God.
And she's like, oh, she's so embarrassed. And she's like, I'm so okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. My brother and I was like, ooh, I think okay. And as soon as we realize she's okay, everything's fine. Both of us are like, oh, she was looking at me. No. She was looking. Shut up, Josh. She was clear. Because that was what we were concerned about, right?
Yeah. Well, at least you made sure she was fine first.
Of course.
And then it was.
Yeah.
And then she's getting up and drive away. Who's hotter?
Yeah,
Come
who's
on.
hotter? Come on, who's hotter? Yeah. I'm the hot one, right? Peach fuzz. Anyways, yeah, all that story.
Yeah, it's funny because
That's funny.
I have to admit with my sister, obviously there was never any real moments like that, but I do recall some situations where she would have been maybe 12, 13, and she was dating a 15, 16-year-old, and I came home and went through that lovely phase. I was early teenager, grade 10. We've talked about that before, but I was never home, and she was always the one stuck doing the babysitting dinners. Like, she still hates me for that. Rightfully so. Like, I fucked off. I was an asshole.
Well, to be fair,
like,
listen, it's not to say whatever, but you were doing that grunt work for quite some time before it kind of shifted on to Edge.
It's somewhat true, but I also was an asshole.
Oh, yeah, you definitely
In
were a prick about
retrospect, when I look back on this, I was like, yeah, I was a
definitely.
complete asshole, which is why things like this were happening, where she'd be talking to this idiot guy who's trying to actually climb in through the bathroom window to go sleep.
sake.
And I come
bunch of
home.
numbskulls.
It's one of those moments where I look back, I'm like, I'm happy I came home. Yeah. And again, back in those days, and we've talked about it already, like, we're always broke, so how did I go home? I had walked home. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And it's one of those silly things of just, I come up and I can't remember the guy's name. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm just going to go sleep with your... No, you're not fucking...
Get the fuck
Now, I have to admit, I did think he meant like have sex, which is probably his goal. But
Sure.
And Ange is like, no, he's just going to lie in bed with me so we
of
can
course.
sleep together. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I tried to say the same thing, and I wasn't allowed, so you're not allowed. Get the hell out of here. I'll have my girlfriend here.
But yeah, it's just one of those fuck yeah brothers, and that's what I mean. Like, I look at my 2 kids nowadays, and I know I shouldn't say it's because they're still at that age of they're just coming into the teenage years, but I look back at what I was doing with Ange back in those days. Again, it's just one of those things of like, it's going to be so different for them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in every way possible. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to play video games, watch the telly, all these silly things, but back in those days, and you called it out, I could have a moment of somewhat stupidness as long as I didn't hurt nobody or do something really dumb, like shoplift cookie dough. I
Right,
would
no, never do that. No.
That was a mistaken charge, and I will someday.
You were charged for shoplifting. Allegedly.
God.
Allegedly.
Some
Shoplifting,
cookie dough
cookie
fell
dough.
into my knapsack
Yep.
as I was in the store.
I get that. Yeah,
and then
okay.
I
That makes sense.
realized I didn't have any money, so I left the shopping market, and there was a mistake. I tried to clarify that what my mistake. I still love that one too, because the whole time I'm being taken up and arrested and all these lovely things. The cop was really nice, so no issues there. The guys were assholes that ran the floor, but anyway.
Yeah, Fleur fucking walkers suck balls, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Worst
but the whole
assholes.
thing about it I still find funny is the whole time I'm fine
Yeah.
up until the cop tells me, okay, I'm going to drop you off and I have to make sure, and then I'm going to give this to your parents. And I just lose my shit. I'm like, no. Like, No. I thought I could just walk the fuck home here.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, I don't care about me getting charged. You cannot go home and wake up my mother who's on night shifts.
She's going to be so mad at me.
Yep. Now, I was fortunate, though, because by the time I got dropped off, actually, she had already gone to work.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I got a funny shoplifting story. It involves my brother. I got caught, and I was stealing. I mean, I wasn't stealing, obviously.
It fell in.
It fell in.
It fell
all
in.
along my body. Allegedly, a bunch of action figures made their way to my persons. I don't know how they got stuffed in my ankles, or my waist belts, or wherever. But whatever. The dick of a floor walker caught me, and I was crying tears of manliness. Because, I was, being tough and stuff. Tough guys cry.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Of course.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how you get away with
For
shit.
sure. And I remember the experience like this. The first cop that came was like this Terminator looking guy, buzz cut and all, real tough on me about stealing. You shouldn't steal. It was all this sort of stuff. And then it was like a scene out of a movie. His shift ended, so I guess he had to leave. Another cop had to come in, and it was a really nice fella that came. Way different, a little bit portly.
He was refreshed.
He was. Yeah,
It wasn't the end of his shift.
Exactly. That's right.
He just had a coffee and a donut in the break room before he came in. He's feeling good.
Like, all right, shoplifter, whatever. I can handle this. No problem. So, anyways, he was really cool about it. Didn't even make wear cuffs or anything like that. I was also very afraid of my dad because I'm like, you have to tell him. He's like, yeah, your parents. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm screwed. My only savings grace was my dad was away for work at the time.
Nice.
So I didn't have to worry about any horrible things for a couple of days.
Yeah.
For a couple of days.
For a couple of days, yeah. But the best part of the story is, home, grounded, licking my wounds, how sad I was. Josh comes home. And wouldn't you know it, he stole the exact same things I tried to steal.
Oh, really?
No fucking kidding.
That's hilarious.
No joke. I'm like, it was like,
and you got away with it.
I know. It was like the best.
By the way, he didn't steal. They fell into his backpack.
Right, they fell back into his backpack. That's true, actually. But I do wonder, did my situation make his situation easier? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know.
Probably.
Everybody got their mark on paper. The floor walker go check mark.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Hilarious.
I remember the first couple weeks that Russ and Wes moved in, they went to Wolco.
Oh,
yeah.
And decided to liberate some compact discs. But this is when they were in those long,
the long one.
plastic.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You have the disc, like the CD at the top,
yeah.
but they were locked into the long plastic. Fucking. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
See, I remember that. But I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to think of I don't think we ever got into bad shenanigans really that I can remember. Anyway, I remember getting into a car accident with my brother Wes, and it was Christmas Day.
Oh boy,
we were going to get coffee somewhere, and we were coming down a hill, and this other car was coming in front of us. They started sliding because they couldn't. Really icy where I live, and we're coming down a hill, and we couldn't stop, and we ended up hitting their car, and their axle broke, and we broke a headlight.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was kind of interesting how we broke a headlight and they broke their car.
It sometimes depends on the car plus just how you hit.
Oh yeah, it was an old 91 Ford Taurus or something like that.
Yours was?
Yeah. And the other one was like a K car.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah. It always mattered on that front.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. But no. Yeah, other than them buying me smokes because they were old enough at the time.
Yeah, the time to do it.
Because the age was 16 to buy smokes, and the oldest was 16. So yeah.
Yep. No.
Buying smokes and.
Yep.
I'm wondering if had they not moved in, if I wouldn't have started smoking.
Yeah, I wonder how your parents feel about that.
my dad smoked too.
Yeah.
True, smokes. So
there's a good chance you might have
still a
tried
possibility.
It. Yeah.
But it might have been sooner than later because of that. Because I was 11. These cool kids come move in the house. They smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I can get cigarettes from my dad.
Yeah.
Well, not from him.
Yeah, not with him knowing.
Yes.
Here you go, son.
So yeah.
So I just remember that with my dad because again, when he finally found out I was when he finally found out I was smoking, I got the whole diatribe about you shouldn't do it, and he was right, retrospect, blah blah blah. But I used to remember you and I going out for the walk to smoke the joint. And we come back and he's pissed off. You guys smoking cigarettes? No, Dad. I don't fucking like. No, we were out smoking a joint. I still remember his reactions. Fuck, what do I yell about now?
I was like, no.
Yeah, we weren't smoking a cigarette, Dad.
That's right.
We had a joint.
It's so true.
I got even credit. Could do because as soon as he just kind of shot, went, all right, just don't do it in the house. Well, no, that's why we went for a walk.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Crazy families.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Actually, when I look at it too, one thing I always found funny about my siblings, except for my sister, I don't think I've ever really seen any of them do anything really horrible. Like, I've heard stories, but I've never been really there with them while they're doing something awful, other than Ange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I guess that's age difference, like I called out. Like, we'd have, like, you figure Trev would be just behind Courtney, but both of them, what was that? They're 10 years younger than me.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, like I've heard stories about some of the things that they've done. And I have to admit, they're in a couple of siblings on both sides, and they know whom they are. Yeah, they've really tried to push that mark high to prove that they're worse than I am as far as teenagers and young adults. But
oh, man. Yeah. Battles of you and Ange were legendary, though. Holy shit.
Oh, God, yeah. I can still remember bringing Shan over for the first time, and Ange decided that she was just going to really demonstrate how awful she is as a human. And she frightened Shannon.
Ange will make you cry. Like, she was the kind of girl that will shit in your soul,
man.
Girl.
Oh, she was a mean girl.
Is a mean girl?
Was? No, Ange's awesome.
I would say was.
Yeah, I don't think she's like that.
It was more just like anything.
I love
the phase. Yeah, it was phases. Because again, I remember being
all teenagers.
Yeah, going through change, diff, blah.
Yeah.
Plus, and she was, and again, I called out earlier. In some ways, she was right to be mean because I walked out and was having, and this is my grade 10 year where we had so much fun, but while doing so, she had all the responsibility of home life, basically.
Right.
And I just fucked off. So she had the right to act in that way. Yeah,
for sure.
Credit.
No hate on Ange.
Oh yeah, no hate.
She just upped it levels.
Yeah, that's one thing I gotta admit.
Just upped it.
Yeah, I have. That's one thing I am fortunate because I look at my lovely parents and how they operate with my aunts and uncles, and I know, yeah, like wow. When I look at my brothers and sisters, are we super close? No, but whenever we get together, we'll happily talk, we'll play cards, we'll sit back, have a beverage. Like, it's always just very relaxed. That's one thing I've always been happy with my brother, sister, especially nowadays. Like, it's just, I'm
very grateful for that too.
Yeah. Like, it's just a kind of a, when we're together, we're just there to have some fun, relax, take it easy.
Yeah, there was a weird, I don't know, pressure I remember feeling as a sibling while younger. That's not there anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was.
Well, they're all older now, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably
because I remember feeling, and again, like I remember my mom actually thinking that I was really helping, and I was. Back when Shan and I first moved out to the apartment, I'd have all three of the kids over some weekends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the entire weekend because my mom was working.
Yep.
And they were too young.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, we had a great fucking time. And it's one of those silly things to look back on. And it's, there was no phones or anything like that back then, but I really kind of wish there was because we had fun.
Yeah.
Like we really did.
I know, yeah.
So how old were you when your youngest sibling was born?
Alex?
It'd be Alex. Oh, God. Because I would have been 20-something probably.
Was it 20?
That's kind of
90. Well, maybe not quite 20. I think he was born like 98, 97.
Yeah, he would have been, I can't remember.
16, 17, 18. Because Trev was 10. Nicole was about 2 years after. So, yeah, I'm okay. Maybe I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not as... I'm thinking like...
It feels long.
Being 30 and then your parents having a baby.
No.
It wasn't a baby brother that's 30 years younger than you.
No, the big joke in my family right now is Trev, he just hit the 30 2 years ago. And Cole is next, and I keep giving, the shits, welcome to the old lady club.
It's crazy to see both Alex and Nicole with like partners now. And
oh yeah, they're with partners. Yeah, Nicole, Alex are with partners. Courtney, partner. Brian, partner. Steven is with a girl. I haven't met her, but because unfortunately they came over from BC to visit while I was fucking dealing with COVID. C'est la vie, maybe.
But just to know them as
Oh yeah, like Brian has a kid. Yeah. So out of the six of them, all of my young siblings, he's the first to have a kid.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So both Ange and I have our double, 2 kids each. But
right.
Yeah, he's the first out of that grouping to have a child.
Yeah. Crazy.
And if you listen to this, I totally understand it was a totally planned child, Brian. It wasn't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's fine. Like, he's not upset. She's not upset. They're fine. They're together. All those good things. It's just one of those sillies where he was always in that club of, I don't think I'm going to have kids. Yeah. Life is life.
Yeah. And here you are.
Life had a different plan.
Yeah. My biggest complaint with all, other than Ange, who has done it, I probably shouldn't say this. She's going to kick the shit out of me twice already, but the other one's like, where the fuck are these weddings? Like the whole reason I am the old one. And even though I'm the oldest brother, don't put me on the wedding party, none of this bullshit. I want to be the drunk, annoying guy at the wedding. That is my...
Well, that's a given.
Well, it's my requirement.
Position.
It's my requirement as the oldest. Now, it comes easily.
Be the MC.
Yeah, I was already the MC at a wedding. I really want to just be the old drunk brother.
Yeah.
And, the annoying one that will get up and start talking and speeching and then just like... Well, are you done? No, I'm taking a moment and I need more drinks. That's everybody. Let's celebrate. I want to be that annoying guy.
Yeah,
like that's just my goal.
That's actually a very fun Dave. I like that.
The Wedding Dave? I loved Wedding Dave.
Favorite. Yeah, it's
I'm
good time.
a big fan of
when I'm like the one like in opposition.
Remember,
we're
trying to start him a business as a professional wedding party.
Right.
Yes.
Wedding party guy. Uncle Dave's wedding service.
Yeah,
that's what it should be called. Uncle Dave's wedding service.
I like it.
For extra fees, he'll be like actually best man or groom.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But for no fees, he'll just show up. Just pay for his booze and food.
Yeah. Booze and food. He'll show up. And
that's basically it.
Just party.
He'll even bring a suit.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, we did talk about that. My bad. I'm really, obviously, I hope my brothers and sisters are listening to this. Get the fuck married.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
fucking kidding. I think we should put this on like Fiverr or some sort of like site where you could do that. I think that would be hilarious. And then we should be able to film you doing it. Because I think
Dave to your wedding.
Who's got Uncle Dave at the wedding? Who got him? No one? Oh man, we got a shitty wedding. This wedding's gonna
Good
suck.
old Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave at this wedding. It'd be great. I love it.
No.
Yeah. You tell your siblings to get married more, please. Tell them to do that.
Yeah, well, they're in this new day and age, and I'm not knocking it in full honesty. It's just one of those silly things of, they've been together with all their cohorts for quite a while for the majority. It's just,
It's past that now.
Yeah. The getting married thing, that ceremony concept isn't really a thing anymore,
it's kinda,
really.
Yeah.
I understand, too. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. If I was their age, and it's easy for me to say this, but if I was their age, I have to admit, would I have done the same wedding that I had done with Shan? Probably not. We'll ignore the fact that, and again, if she really wanted it, yes, so don't beat me up when I get home, Shan. But it's more of one of those silly things of, if she would have been okay, I would say let's go to the bar, have some drinks, do the speech, take it simple.
You know what would prompt people to get married again? Dowries.
Yeah, that would help a bit.
That would definitely, that'll bring marriages back full force.
Like people got 3 oxen and a chicken.
Well, it's 2022. It'd be like 3 liters of gas. It'd be like
that's a big gift.
An iPad. Oh, I know. That's a huge gift.
iPad, that's fine. But 3 liters?
3 liters of gas? Oh, boy. That's, that was the dowries of the day.
That's only like $7.
We're trying to make a joke, AJ.
Yeah, AJ. You don't know how to make
gallons,
jokes.
Maybe.
No, read the room, AJ. Read the room. Yeah.
You ever wonder if people don't understand your joke? It might have just been a bad joke.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. That was a good joke.
Well, no. If they don't understand it, they're just not at the same level that I am. It happens to me quite a lot. I'm at that high level.
Up here, you're down here.
Oh, nice playback.
Yeah. If you can't tell, AJ's pointing around the room right now in various directions.
Yeah.
So he can
with his penis.
That's my testicle.
He's trying to make.
Okay, if your testicle looked like that, dude, you might want to see Doc.
It's not,
they don't want to see me.
I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be an innie. I think that's.
That's true.
Unless it's
I'm
like
not a
cold water. If you're like a cold water
Well,
swim.
I could be like one of those. I was going to say Shanghai monks, Shaolin monks.
Okay.
Hey, I was thinking of the Shanghai Knights.
Aha. Shanghai Knights, Shaolin monks. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they can suck. They can suck their nutter butters up.
Speaking of no siblings, those guys are smart. It's tough.
But aren't they all like each other's chosen sibling?
You have to ask them.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I have no idea what we're actually talking about now. So I'm
way out of my
I
depth.
was thinking like Buddhism and shit like that.
I don't know. Yeah, no ideas. 0 zeros.
Well, what other stuff about siblings do we want to talk about?
Well, I guess the only other thing is that I don't know how do I phrase it. At least for me, from my perspective, one thing I also have to admit I'm enjoying, and it's not everybody must do this, is I do love that I see my kids get along in that good sibling way.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, I have to admit I am a fan because it's one of those things where, as I called out, growing up before we hit that, we realized we're both smokers, Ange and I would fight constant. I've seen this style of fighting constant in other families.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate where, my kids kind of get along. And for Shan, like, she kind of makes a joke of it because her and Cam, they fought tooth and nail till they hit teenage years. Yeah. Then they finally started to get along, right?
Right.
But yeah. Of course, my other fear is they get along right now, wait till they get to teenagers and they hate each other or something.
That's that, yeah.
Either way, I'm not, again, I keep telling them the golden rule of siblings. Golden rule of siblings doesn't mean that you have to do everything for them, let them do whatever the hell they want, blah, 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 none of that shit. But if you can and they need, give a hand. That type of shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Just
like
do what you can when you can,
Yeah.
I'd like to have a sibling for Max.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Should we go find him one?
Well, I got to make one.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
Too.
I got to make it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can buy them at stores now, I think.
Yeah, the baby store.
Yeah, the baby stores now.
Babies
that
are
is
us.
so wrong on so many levels.
Toys
I
are
love
us.
it.
You get toys, right?
Yeah.
For the babies are us. You get babies.
Yeah, for
That's
the
true.
babies.
Well, you go into the
baby
baby section to get the baby first, then you can get the toys.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's a really great assembly line that they got there.
but don't feed your baby food.
Okay.
Oh, because it's made out of other baby.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's gross. Why would they serve babies?
They get mad baby disease.
I guess they would.
Since we're on the topic of baby, one thing I actually found funny. So, large family, brother, sister. So when I was 11, I had newborns that I would deal with, literally changing diapers, carrying around, feeding, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Had my own kids. Great, whatever. I haven't actually been around a newborn in, let's see here, in 11 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so my new niece, I kind of forgot how to fucking hold a baby. I'm all uncomfortable. I'm like, holy shit, it's been too long. I'm trying to feed the kid and everything.
Yeah.
We finally got a good groove, her and I. Got some nice pics and all the good stuff. But it was just one of those silly, wow, I'm way out of practice.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually been in contact with a fresh child since my son was born 7 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the same thing, for me. Because none of my other... Because Ange actually had kids before I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we caught up. But it was just one of those silly things where, I haven't been around newborn in so long. Well, I was around one, but it was during COVID-y stuff, so it was very, wave and congratulate from afar. Properisms.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I do my best to stay away from newborns. Just too much hassle.
One thing I always like about
newborns... Too much hassle to sacrifice them to Xenu so you get points with the Scientology people.
That's one thing.
I don't know where to go from that one. But one thing I always like about newborns, and not super new, day olders, but the week older ones, the variety ones that are a little bit more, wise.
Yeah.
I generally have actually found that they're actually nice because you can actually hold them and they'll either want to just sleep or eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Or poop.
Yeah, or poop. That's fine too. And the nice thing about poop and pee, if it's not your kid, here's your kid back.
That's true. Yeah, sure. It smells funny.
Yeah.
Back.
There you go. Your thingy.
Sure.
It's weird.
It is weird. Yeah. No newborns for me. Thanks.
The thing I don't like about newborns is you can't get a job.
Yeah.
They got to pull their own weight at least after 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those jokes I have it with Sam right now because for me, if I wanted cash, I actually had to work at 13. Now, was my work hard? No, we just did that stupid door-to-door sales in which I ate most of the money I made, but fuck it.
Yeah.
But like for Sam, it's very much, well, why can't I have more money as my allowance? I'm like, no. This is what you get if you get your chores done.
Right.
Which in some ways is like a work, but Sam
can they do extra chores for extra money?
It's funny that I had that, and for a while they were on board for it. Where they could do extra chores. Right. They did dishes more often, or if they went out and mowed the lawn, those sort of fun things. But then they got birthdays. And I got to give Sam credit. Sam actually has almost $1,000 saved.
Wow.
Yeah, I wonder where Sam gets the cheapskate stuff from.
I wonder where from.
I don't know. Must be from Shan. But anyway, Curtis, on the other hand, constantly will go to a store and he'll order something from Timmy's and his card won't work for some reason. And why won't his card work? Because he has no fucking money.
That's right.
But I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, and I haven't asked him yet because I don't even want to imply it, just in case he is. And I also don't want to give him the idea if it is just totally by accident.
Imagine he listens to the podcast.
He gets the drinks for free.
What?
Because he's a young boy. Why isn't it working? I'm doing something wrong. I think he's beating a fucking ass.
What a nice little scam. Wow.
Yeah, he's beating the system.
Yeah, I'll say.
He's playing Timmy.
It's happened to him a few times, and out of those few times it's happened, I think it's only one time he hasn't got the drink, and he was even complaining, like, they just threw it out. Like, come on.
Fuck, I got to try that with my kid.
Well,
he's 6. He's 7. He's even cuter, right?
Indeed. Well, at least he's not panhandling for cigarettes.
Yeah, well, he's not.
True.
No, he's not panhandling for cigarettes.
And a few drinks for Timmy's. Hey,
and again, it's one of those silly things. And I'm sure my parents did it to me. Maybe even yours parents did it to you. But he'll be downstairs with his buddies, and I can hear the change and everything, and they're looking through the couch trying to find money because they want to go up to the store, to the dollar store to get candy and stuff. I love it. I just sit upstairs. Great. I just go ahead. I hope you find something. Keep it.
Keep it.
Oh yeah.
Loose change.
Oh yeah.
That's really sweet. Yeah. AJ,
Chris,
would you like to talk more about your siblings?
I don't have much else to say.
Yeah. All right. I love my siblings, but I don't really have much to say about either.
Yeah. I love mine as well. It's one of those things that, we're all in the shit together, and hey, they're a good party.
It does feel like that. One thing I'll say is rekindling with Josh is we start reminiscing on some things. You realize how much we were in tune along the way. It's like, wow. Yeah. It's good to know that you have that.
Yeah. Well, and similar-ish for the two of us. Not the same by any stretch, but the moments with our family where it didn't matter how much I had fought with Ange, we could have been at each other's throats 2 minutes before, but when we hit that moment where our parents are doing something, we're together.
Yep.
And we're working together to get out of whatever it is we're in right now.
For sure. As soon as instinct kicks in, then it's like,
we're together.
We're together right away. Yeah. I would say the same thing. I would say about all my siblings. Yeah. I would say that, which is pretty awesome. Well, since we're not talking anymore about our siblings, let's wrap it up, shall we?
Fine.
All right. Well, my name is Harvey, and I'm here to say I got a lot of brothers and sisters today. Friends and family in the way. No, they're not. They're here to stay. Hey.
I'm impressed.
Hey.
I'm impressed.
Word to your mother.
You didn't think you were going to rap today, did you, folks? I sure the hell didn't. Are you out there? Do you have brothers? Do you have sisters? Do you have sister brothers? Do you have rap? Let us know. Do you know our brothers and sisters? Chime in and tell us some stories if you know any of our.
We're all brothers and sisters.
In the end, we all are, really, aren't we? Yeah.
Well, I hope not, because that means I'm having sex with my sister.
That's a very common thing to find these days. And anyways,
that's niche internet stuff.
I mean, not niche
everyone
anymore.
is your brother and sister.
It's like the standard. Anyways, sorry.
Okay, what world are you going into?
He's on the www.appalachia.com.
I just go straight to the dark web.
All right, we got to finish this.
All right,
we went somewhere really dark.
Wrong. You started this, sir.
You were saying everybody's the brother and sister.
I said that.
Or sorry, somebody said that.
But we want to hear your stories in the comments about your siblings and such. So please let us know what you think of what we're doing here and all that good stuff. If you like what we're doing, we got ourselves a little buy me a coffee link. You can drop us $1, $5, whatever, if you want to support us, just because you like what we're doing. For anybody out there, and this is for all the siblings in the world that are not feeling well upstairs mentally, we just want you to know you matter, not just to us, but to those that are around you. It is super important to talk about the stuff that's going inside your head. So if you can't do that with those that are around you, we're going to have some links in our description. You can click on those to find any people you want to converse with about such things. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm Dave.
DJ Easy Flop Sweat.
Wow.
Sure. Wow, you are really on this rap kick, dude. Oh,
wiki.
Wow. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's not AJ. That's DJ Floppy Flip Flop Sweat. That guy. And if you can figure it out, you just got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Peace.
Bye now.